All right, this is going to be how to position objects in relation to one another on TinkerCAD. This is a little bit of a more advanced topic. So we know that we can dimension objects by clicking and changing the sizes, but what if I want to put, these green cubes 0.1 away from each edge? And what if I want to put this circle in the center? So that's what I'm going to show you now. So I would suggest if you get a plan together. So if I do want to put these cubes 0.1 away from the edge, just move them like that. And if I want to put this in the center, move it roughly in the center first. Okay? So here's what you're going to do. You're going to use this little ruler icon. So I'm going to click and drag this out. Now, the ruler icon should go at a point on the object that you're positioning things to. So I have my snap grid off. It's easier that way. I'm going to bring the circle of the ruler right to the edge. And that's going to be our 0, 0. Okay? So now, the ruler's out. You'll notice when you click on objects now, you're going to see new things happening. You're going to see these two green lines. This is how far in the X and Y direction this cylinder object is from this point. So, for instance, if I want to move this cylinder into the center, I know this object is 4 inches. Therefore, I would need the center of this to be 2 inches away. But beware, this uses the edge. You can see if you follow this line and go here, it's using the edge of my circle. You need to click use midpoint. So that's better. So now I'm using the midpoint. So the center of this circle is 1.9. It needs to be 2. So if I hit 2, enter, 2, enter, my cylinder is directly in the center of this object now. That's great. Okay. I'm going to click this one now. Now remember, I'm using midpoints now. I'm going to change it back to endpoints. I'm going to use the endpoints. And I said I wanted these 0.1 away from each other. So 0.1, 0.1. Okay. So this one is a little bit weirder, however, because I need to do a little math, because if it's on this, it's pointing to this end for some reason. It just does that in TinkerCAD. So I know these are 1 inch. Okay, this is 4 inches. So if I want this to be 0.1 away from the edge, it looks like this needs to be, 2.9. Okay. Because we're doing 1.1, because that's 1 inch and we need another 0.1 on that side. So that's a little bit confusing. But for most things, you don't need to worry too much about doing any little math in your head. So, and then the final thing I would change for this one is 0.1 again. And I've lined these up on the edge properly. Okay. So that's using the ruler. There's not much. You can click to flip the direction. So like here, it's looking at these. If I click this way, it won't really make sense to you. So I would just, keep it the way it is. But you can just know that if you click on it, you can rotate where you're looking. So if I had objects over here, this would make more sense to do it in that direction if I'm modifying this object, but just be aware. So that's how you use the ruler. When you're done with the ruler, you can just click the X on it to dismiss it. And then it's gone, and then it's all done.